don't know how many recordings and takes I've already done for this one simple update video, but I think I've finally gotten to a point where I'm happy with the script and the elimination of most noise and fuck ups in the video while recording. So hello for those of the we're already screwing up here. Hello, for those of you who know me, hello again. It's great to see you around. Thank you for sticking around and supporting me. I promise I will get to my brief hiatus shortly. But to those of you finding me through this video for the first time, hello there. I apologize that this is your first impression you'll have of me, though it is nice to make your acquaintance regardless. I'm Crimsy, a former FPS VTuber turned variety, though most of that shooter content was probably Apex ranked.
I can't get up there.
Top one. 650. Oh, nice. With some Halo in there.
The flicks are just so good with the mouse and keyboard. I wouldn't have killed that guy. Or that guy.
Successfully delivered.
Or that guy. Uh-oh. Or that guy. Oh my god.
Nice try. Nice try. Nice try.
Nice try. Nice try. What is going on?
Someone clip that, please.
Oh my god, dude, what is going on?
Most definitely Helldivers too.
Aging and gooning and learning to munch, dripping cheese all over my lunch. Skibbity, skibbity, hawk to a hawk, gibbity, more skibbity doo. Aging and gooning in Ohio Square, stinky back shot.
I've been consistently streaming for about 3 years now to some personal success, and I pretty much manage everything myself aside from a few YouTube videos done by my editor Rusty. And you know, as such, I've learned how to edit videos, create motion graphics, do Photoshop, and yada yada, every other basic skill required of any independent content creator. Hopefully you'll come across my stuff again soon once I do get things into motion properly, because I have a lot of ideas which will hopefully resonate with a wider audience. Now the big question, where have I been? Well, aside from working on multiple video essay script ideas, I've also been taking a hiatus from streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Now this isn't a graduation or me quitting by any means, but rather a firm decision, take a step back and look at the bigger picture. As of this recording, it's been about 3 or 4 months since having planned scheduled streams. I felt burnt out from streaming, mostly due to being unhappy primarily with myself and the stagnated growth of my Twitch channel. It really helped for me that during that hiatus time, I had the opportunity to travel a lot, touch grass, experience new environments and cultures, and pretty much be away from my computer thinking about content. Even now, I'll be heading overseas again for vacation soon, and I'm especially excited about visiting Japan again. I decided that a hiatus was probably the best way to plan a restructuring of my brand and vision for content, which I would find align much more with who I am as a person now. I made the decision to pivot a little more towards the YouTube side of things since I can better highlight my personality, knowledge, and passion for things in a more compact and articulate way compared to streaming, where frankly I feel that my live personality isn't all that attractive. Sure, it does take practice and I always try my best to put my genuine personality forward, but I kind of see streaming now more as a supplement to potential content, and the most obvious aspect, interacting with my viewers and friends live, but that's besides the point. This period of time right now has probably been the strongest I've felt about content creation now that I have the time, resources, and knowledge available to me all in one point of time. Originally, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but a lot of life circumstances throughout my childhood, teenage, and young adult years simply would not allow allow me to pursue this, which is why I'm not chasing it as an adult. I'm cognizant of the fact that my whole approach and knowledge of streaming and content creation was and still is pretty flawed. I approached VTubing without much of a solid plan. I basically commissioned the model I have now and just started streaming right away in 2023 once it was completed. It's pretty backwards from what people would normally tell you when starting VTubing.
No, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way, right? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, dude. Everything's going so wrong.
You know, starting with a PNG or a pre-made model.
Can't touch this. Da, 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 da.
And while I did do that, I just really wanted my own unique look because I already created the OC at that point. I didn't really have a debut. I barely had any networking and very minimal social media presence. And I basically just hit go live and that was the start. Generally, the consensus for new streamers is to enjoy streaming regardless. And I do agree to that to some extent when just starting out and getting a feel for things, but that's besides the point. Do I regret those 3 years of streaming to a small audience since then? No, I do not. In that time up to today, I've genuinely had a lot of fun and learned a lot about the content creation process. To be honest, without VTubing and streaming, I wouldn't have met and made a lot of the friends and mutuals that I have today. Fellow content creators who also want to provide something more than just entertainment, something they can relate to and their viewers can relate to. And through those same people, I've been presented with opportunities and collaborations I never thought I'd imagine having like ever.
Nice. Ooh.
Regardless of their channel size and following, at the end of the day, they are just genuinely cool people behind the online avatar, just like you and I. Additionally, doing whatever I felt like with streaming for 3 years was a way to learn and discover what I wanted to do, but it was not really cohesive in any sense. For example, the YouTube channel has a couple of tier list reaction videos, and those are the ones that did really, really well. And I mean really well. While I'm both proud and happy that they did well, that kind of reaction content is not what I really want to be primarily known for, because I know within myself I have the ability to provide a wider range of entertaining videos and informative ones through leveraging my knowledge in certain subjects to help others who struggle where I have strength and make it attention grabbing still. Whether those videos be related to my professional job or with games and topics I'm passionate and knowledgeable about, I still consider myself asking the same age-old question for all creators alike. What's your niche? I suppose now it was better to realize that I wanted more rather than never. I kind of aspire to get to that next level and truly embrace the art form of content creation, kind of like the YouTubers I was inspired by in the early 2000s and 2010s for humor like Ryan Higa and Vanos, and those I watch today with more scripted content like Let Me Know or Xbox Ahoy. A special mention to Adam Savage and his channel Tested, because I'm a longtime fan of Mythbusters and it's always cool and insightful to see the thoughts of a longtime creative professional who still enjoys what he does in spite of all the flaws of the human self and the entertainment and creative industry. Like I said earlier, I've been thinking about content creation for a long time now in a serious sense. I suppose that I feel that I'm in a point of my adult life where I have both the capacity to properly articulate myself and still have the propensity to be accepting of change, provide thought-provoking, helpful content for, smaller creators, all while continuing to provide entertainment and sharing my passions with you. We as VTubers and, creators in a niche of our own already, we should really all be bringing each other up together, not really using each other as a step on the social ladder. But I have a lot of ideas, like an unreasonable amount, so having a lot of ways to write them down, like in Obsidian, an actual physical notebook, and a whiteboard, kind of helps me keep things organized and accountable for myself, not having to worry about losing ideas late at night and losing sleep over it. In any case, that's the update for me, and I'll really tease about the future stuff. But I suppose that there's still a lot I want to explore and do with YouTube beyond gaming videos and the informational videos, which I plan on doing. Personally, I kind of want to try to do song covers. That would be pretty fun. In any case, I am constantly grappling with myself every day for falling behind my peers, quote unquote, but at the end of the day, I'd rather cheer them on with their progress and take things at my own pace. I still want to go back to the roots of scripted videos and do the gaming videos and song covers, but who knows, maybe this will be the video that gets me on people's radars, and that would be pretty ironic, wouldn't it? A video about a see you later, which brings people into my fold. But if you did stick around to the very end here, I appreciate you and thank you for your time. And, you know, like a certain character from The Office said, a fluke is one of the most common fish in the sea. So if you go fishing for a fluke, chances are you might just catch one. Maybe I am that fluke that gets to make it someday, but who knows? We'll see. And we'll just keep chugging along as it is. Take care and be kind to others. You never know what is going on in someone's life. See you around. Bye.